Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to present to you brothers this video right here. These devils' 10-year plan to completely normalize the CHIP implant payment and digital ID system. Okay, and it's they're talking about it being a 10-year plan. Okay, but let's see what the scriptures got to say about 10 years. Okay, because the Lord is shortening the days, and you devils, you don't have 10 years. Okay? You don't have 10 years. Psalms chapter 49 verse 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So that is their thought. Their thought is that the thoughts of the so-called elites is that they think that their kingdom is going to continue on, like they're never going to be taken out of power. As a matter of fact, if we come over here to the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3, it says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock." Who's this talking about? Edom. Okay, the Edomites, starting with the so-called elites, trickling down to the rest of the nation of their people. It says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart," which the Hebrew word for heart is lob, which means your mind. It says, whose habitation is high. Let me just start from the beginning. "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground?" And that's their attitude. Okay, their attitude is, who shall bring me down to the ground? Ooga ooga, beating on his chest and things of that nature, you know, because they don't believe they're never going to be taken out of power. You know, and the matter of fact, we're talking about the same people who believe that they're going to stop Yahweh Shai when he come back, which that's not going to happen, because when you read the prophecy of the Holy Scriptures, it tells you that Yahweh Shai is going to win. Is going to win this war between him and the rest of you nations that want to come up against him in this battle. Scriptures tell you that. So the Edomites, along with the rest of you heathens, you're going to lose by a landslide. An extremely great super landslide when Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, makes his second return. Now let's read verse 4. Okay, Obadiah 1 verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, save the Lord. Right? And the Lord been bringing his kingdom down. Okay, and how did these devils set their nest among the stars? When they sent their satellites up into outer space. That's how these Edomites did it. By sending their satellites up into outer space. And ever since their first satellite was launched up into outer space, which was done by ever since the United States launched their first satellite up into the ozone layer of the earth, guess what? The Lord has been bringing the United States of America down, surely financially as well as economically. Now let's go from there to the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. Who's the sinful kingdom? Well, according to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 14, the sinful kingdom is Babylon. Babylon is America. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, save the Lord. Okay? So the Lord is going to do away with this sinful kingdom. Okay? And to put the icing on the cake, let's get this one in the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 19. No, you know what? Let's get that in verse 20. No! Hold on, man. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 20. Okay, verse 22. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 22. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in the desolate houses, and dragons. You know what? I just thought about that. Let's start up a bit higher. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19. And Babylon, which is America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh Bashem Yahushai overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. So, how was ancient Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed? By fire and brimstone. Well, modern day Sodom and Gomorrah today is America. And how is this modern day Sodom and Gomorrah going to meet its judgment? By modern day fire and brimstone, which is going to come in the form of those intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, and after the post destruction of this country, okay, it's going to, after the post-nuclear destruction of this country is going to be what? It's going to be a desert. Which is why Isaiah 13 verse 21 described desert-like creatures as living over here after the post-nuclear destruction of America. It says, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. These are all desert creatures. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So your days are not going to be prolonged. You're talking about a 10-year plan to make this thing. Look, the Lord can shorten this thing. Okay? Next year could be the year that the Lord sent his son Yahushua back. But with that, I'm going to say, Shalom is on to the next one.